Hey guys, how's it going? This is Carnivore5, and today I have a very special gameplay for you guys. First, I am playing a good World Series player. Secondly, I really want to showcase some things in this game and what I think is a perfect example of what needs to be fixed. So I think my opponent is in the World Series, or he was just on the borderline, or he got kicked out or something. I don't know. Anyways, this is a good player. This is a good matchup. So I know this video is kind of long, but please guys, watch this video. Let me know your thoughts and reactions. And I know I've already talked about the gameplay engine and a lot of that stuff. I'm really going to show you guys some good examples this game, and it is a competitive good game as well. So definitely make sure you guys watch. We're pitching Arrieta. He is pitching the rookie Syndergaard, who's actually pretty filthy, and I might argue that he might be better than the live series because of his circle change. So first things first, his created player leads off with a double down the left field line. And this is where I kind of start to notice his pattern. It didn't seem like he could really turn on fastballs consistently. And then first thing right there, late line drive. I know I didn't get the pitch all the way in enough, but it is on the inner third, slightly over the middle. But how the hell do you hit something 108 miles an hour when you're late on it? Like what? Okay, I could understand if that was down the middle and he went with a pitch, but it just doesn't make sense. Anyways, we get a strikeout with Arrieta. And then he has Carpenter up, and I'll give this guy props. I mean, he's one of the most patient players I've played. He definitely knows how to play to his ability. But oh man, I mean, I'm really it's just watching this ticks me off. All this stuff that happened. But anyways, we threw a sinker almost down the middle. We do get out of a jam, and we allow no runs there in the first. But I can already tell what kind of player he is. He pretty much got a late bat, tries to go oppo a lot. We start off the game with Kinsler singling. By the way, guys, haven't stressed this enough. If you don't have Kinsler, I highly recommend him unless you just like Cano or Daniel Murphy, who are also very good, but the Kinsler is a beast. So we do lead off with a single there. Kenny Powers comes up, and I guess we're slightly under it. I had a lot of hits like it this game. All right, can't even talk like this game, where I was just slightly under opposite field, and they're just pop-ups. But I'm telling you guys, this explains this game in a nutshell. I mean, this game will explain MLB The Show 17 in a nutshell. Anyways, we have a person on first, and we get a late hit there. I didn't deserve a hit there. I lined out, but whatever. Kind of bad luck on me, but I didn't deserve a hit there anyways. Next inning, I can already tell this umpire is going to be tight. That's something else I have to rant about. Like, these umpires are absolutely awful. I get him looking there at a front door slider. Like, at this point, I could tell my opponent is not even trying to look to hit anything inside. He just takes it. And to me, that's another problem with the game. Yes, that is good plate discipline, but when it's like that pitch right there, it was called a ball a lot for me. When that pitch right there is called a ball, you can't pitch to guys that have late bats, and if anything is farther towards the middle of the plate, they just laid it into the gap or whatever, and they hit a 108-mile-an-hour line drive. Like, what are you supposed to do? And then here we sit on a sinker middle, and I thought I hit it pretty well, but we do line out, and we had a lot of lineouts this game. That's another thing. I didn't hit it great. I mean, he's somewhat kind of jammy, but I thought I hit it pretty well. And we get a hanging changeup, and I'm surprised this stayed fair. So Posada gives us a 2-0 lead. Kind of gives me a sigh of relief, but you guys are going to see a lot of interesting things this game. And then Daniel Murphy, I swear I was right on that. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know, but I felt like I was right on that. Maybe I was under it a tad. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't look at the feedback there. But regardless, we go down. The next two batters go down, and we're up 2-0. And we still have Arrieta pitching. And we throw I think this was a sinker or changeup away. He went with it, and it was just a fly out. Now, this game, guys, I really think there's something bugged about this game. I really feel like green swings are nerfed, and just late, and there's another just late. Just late / late, middle in, is just like, it's too OP. And then same thing for the pulled off pitches, which you don't see this game because he wasn't really swinging early. And then I just felt like I could not get a call. I kind of have to take blame. There's another missed call. I kind of have to take blame on myself. Like, I should have switched pitching views to where I could hit that inside corner more accurately. But like, what can you do when majority of the ball is in the strike zone and you don't get a call? Anyways, he gets another just late hit. And then again, I'm just attacking this guy inside until he can show me he can pull something. We go up and in on a slider, which is basically a cutter for Arrieta. And we get him looking. So we got him into 2 strikes. I feel like I'm going to throw that again. I'm like, he's not even looking at this point to hit the pitch. And we challenge him again, a little bit off the plate. I do give him props. I mean, he had a good eye. He was a disciplined hitter. And right here we go with the slider up and in. And can you tell me how in the hell that is physically possible to hit that out opposite field? Like, please, somebody tell me how that is possible. And this is just late, hit 96 miles an hour. What? That is all the way inside. Like, what? That absolutely makes no sense at all. The only time you can justify that is if you have a push hitter like David Wright, you know, that's off the plate a little bit more, and then he hits those inside pitches to opposite field. But on this game, in a video game, it doesn't make sense. And there's another missed call. Like, you can't pitch to guys like this if you don't get calls. So, this is kind of a, I guess this is kind of a rant video. But at the same time, this was a good game, well played game. He gets another late hit there. I should have put the shift on at that point. And then I do give him props here. That was a good hit, good slider. I hung it. He had a green swing on it, green timing. Or, well, it was good yellow, and he hit it out. So nothing I can do. And here I'm just an idiot. I'm trying to just pitch through it, and then of course your guy loses confidence, and you can't do anything. I really wanted to, you know, to get through this inning, and then it's like they're really picky with the confidence this year. And there's another kind of inside out swing. Yeah, I know I got some of the middle of the plate, but do you ever see swings like that? Just, do you ever, like, it's one thing if you pulled it, but whatever. That's my fault though for leaving him in too long. And then finally we have to bring Chapman in. My bullpen is fatigued as it is, but we went with Chapman and got the strikeout. And we're down 7-2. We give up 7 runs in 1 inning, and I think all but one hit, you know, were yellow lates. I think one was yellow good. So please don't take this video the wrong way. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, talk bad on my opponent or anything. It's just I really hope the devs can see this video and realize that the hitting is just not, it's off online or it's off in this game. As you can see there, we pull another hard hit ball. I think we had green timing on that one too, but it's a hard, you know, it's a hard out. And I've noticed that a lot of green swings down in the zone are ground outs, which, okay, I can understand that. It makes it a little bit more realistic. But then I'll see, you know, sliders down and in, you know, from a lefty to a righty, and they'll hit it opposite field out. Like, sometimes that just makes no sense. And here, I was very pissed off at this point. Like, I wasn't hitting well. Well, I felt like I was hitting well sometimes, and then I was trying to change too much of my approach, and it was just weird. And then fastball in on the hands, and he fights it off, and somehow it's hit, like, you know, 100 miles an hour up the middle. I don't understand that. Like, I know the just late ground ball hit 101 mile an hour. Here we do get a nice little double play turn. And I don't even know, guys. Like, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to be able to play this game all year, you know, unless something is fixed with the sliders. I can live with a crazy wind. I can live, you know, I can live with the power being amped up, but I cannot live with green swings not being rewarded. And I'm talking about green swings where you're on the ball, not way under it or on top of it, not being rewarded, yet late hits are being rewarded. Like, here's another good example. I was sitting on that pitch, dead red, and I don't think it shows the timing or the PCI placement very well. Actually, here we are, we're zooming in. You can kind of see it. I'm pretty sure, like, I did not, if I missed that pitch, it was by not much, but I have good timing. It's Andre Dawson, and for some reason it says chased when it's in the strike zone. That makes no sense to me. Then we're sitting on another sinker, middle in with David Wright, and that's just a line out. Like, please tell me, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be just late to get hits? So I don't understand it. Here he does get a good hit. And guys, I apologize ahead of time. I'm not trying to make a video and just bitch about every single hit, but I really want to show the community these types of hits, because let's be honest with ourselves, they're ridiculous, they're unrealistic, and I do not want to see this game go towards, you know, an arcade like Madden or something. Like, I won't play the game anymore. I just won't take it serious. Like, I love this game, but at this point, at this juncture, I just don't know if I can take it serious with how the gameplay is playing. Like, the ball physics, I don't know if it's the ball physics affecting these type of hits, or if something is just off. I do not know. But, you know, the devs or whoever, like, there's another just late hit with a pitcher. Like, what the hell are you supposed to do? But the devs have to give us something. They either have to make green swings more rewarding, or they have to tone down the just late hits. Like, I could put a number out there, a ballpark figure. We bring Diekman in, get out of the inning, by the way, about to get mercied at this point. But I could put a ballpark figure out there that almost 80% of my runs I give up are by opposite field just late hits. Speaking of just late hits, I get one with Posada. I'm not proud of it. I should have been out. But, like, just, I don't know. It just pisses me off talking about this. Like, I should have been a fly out. I shouldn't have got a hit there. So yeah, everyone's getting bullshit just like hits. But to me, I'm not pro. My mindset is not to play like that. Like I'm trying to pull on inside pitches because obviously that's realistic. Here we get a warp pitch and I just fight it off. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're just late, it's hit harder. But I was really lucky there because that ball started like inside, or it started outside, and then it all of a sudden just morphed inside. And then we bring in Granderson and he gets a double play and doesn't even run out of the box. Probably would have been out anyways, but at this point, like I am super pissed. I feel like I'm just turning on everything. And look at that. Good chase. Now, how does that make any sense when you're like right on the ball? I guess I can kind of understand a ground ball because I kind of pulled off it a little bit. I guess I can accept that. That's the thing, guys. Like I can accept hits like that as Kinsler gets an RBI single to pick up Granderson there. I can accept hits like that if just slates weren't so OP. Like I can live with that. That's a good pitch, and I rolled over. I definitely rolled over on that pitch, and it's now 8-3. We're kind of just fighting back a little bit, but I really have to keep my composure. Like if I did a live comm on this game, you guys would not have wanted to hear it because it wouldn't have been pretty. Like this is one of the most frustrating games I've ever played, and it's not so much like I wanted to win. Like I know I'm going to get to the World Series, more than likely I'm going to get there. I'm more frustrated with how the game is playing in general. But I'm going to try to do videos. I don't want to try to bitch about it every time, but I really hope the community can kind of share this and the developers can kind of see this, and I hope they just do something. I don't know what they can do. Maybe tone sliders, patch. I don't know. As you can see here, like I just don't like. He's doing a good job of fouling off pitches. I have to give him credit for that. But it's just annoying when you keep hitting your spot and you don't get a call. That was a ball, obviously. I didn't expect a call there. I mean, that was good or bad. I can't really argue anything there. And we do get a lucky ground ball with Victor. So I've got a few grounders to keep me in the game. But it was really just that one inning where he put up a 7 spot. So yeah, I don't know. I have to try to fight and claw back while I'm pissed off at the game. Reggie Jackson works a walk, and then look at that, another sinker middle in that we're setting on, and it's a line out. I feel like they're either line outs to the third baseman or you just fly out to deep left. Here we get a just late hit. I was hoping I would get a lucky just late home run, but I don't. I mean, it is what it is. I didn't deserve a home run there. So actually, for some reason, I had good timing on that. Actually, that was more down the middle, and I had good timing. I was just way under that, so I didn't really deserve that. I didn't really deserve a hit there, anyways. But Kinsler comes up, or no, actually, this is David Wright, and again, I felt like I was just on this and it died. Maybe I was under it a tad. I wish we could see the feedback. That's another thing. I wish we could see our opponent's feedback. And I wish you could see your feedback after the inning ends. Like, it shows you the swing timing, like right here. It shows you I had green, but it doesn't show you, where I was relative to where the ball was pitched in the zone. But I really felt like I was on some of these pitches that were just didn't go anywhere. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I crazy here? Are green swings just like nerfed? I hardly ever see green swings. Again, we hit our spot perfectly up and in, and it's called a ball. It was just pissing me off. But sorry, I'm kind of losing track here. But what do you guys think? Like, am I crazy here? Like, I just feel like green swings are just not rewarded enough, and it's weird. I mean, yeah, it's generally when you center green something, it's generally hit hard, but it's not hit that hard. It's hit like 95 to 96, maybe 100 at best. And I'm fine with that if that's how the game wants to be. That's more realistic. Like those hit speeds are more realistic, but I'm not fine with like jammed 111 mile an hour ground balls when you jam somebody on the hands. Like that just makes no sense to me. Anyways, we get a 2-out walk with Carpenter. Honestly, like the 5th through the 7th, I was hitting like shit. He left Syndergaard in too long, in my opinion. I'm not sure why he didn't go to the bullpen. Kinsler hits an opposite field bomb. And we're starting to cut in the lead, and then Kenny Powers comes up, rips a single. I thought maybe that ball was going to hang up and line out again. But you can see here, we go ahead and pitch him McCutcheon. He brought in Tony Watson. And 0-2 count. I have to try to battle. He throws me a sinker middle in. I hate facing Tony Watson. He's super annoying. But he throws us a sinker pretty much straight down, and McCutcheon crushes it. And I finally can get something where I pull and that I'm right on. You guys can see that is a dead center green, and even that wasn't hit particularly hard, but it did carry out. And then Dawson comes up and hits another one hard, like that's straight down, and I'm right on it. Another line out. I don't even know if Dawson had a hit. I felt like he was 0 for 4 with 4 green swings. Like I feel like that card is just not producing. I know everyone's saying it's the best card in the game, Sure, it is attribute-wise, but something about that card, it just does not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not hitting right with it. I don't know. I feel like opposite field he's fine, but you try to pull something, it's an out. Anyways, we do cut the lead to 1, so I should stop bitching, I guess, and we make a nice little play of Kinsler. So we're getting the momentum. Holiday comes up as a pinch hitter, and I thought this was gone. I thought I hit this pretty well, and then I was like, oh shit, he's going to catch it. And then it's off the wall, and I'm rounding third for Holiday, going for that triple, so that's a leadoff triple. That's good news. More than likely, we're going to be able to get this run in. David Wright comes up next. Look at that. Look at these calls. Like, you guys just saw me throw a pitch better than that, and it was called a ball. David Wright fights one off and gets a single. Yeah, I was just late on that. But, like, again, the only time I can understand some of these just late hits is if the guy is a push hitter. And, he's off the plate. And then Posada comes up, and I thought I was on this. I really did. I must have been under it a tad. I thought I was on that. I was just waiting for the one big hit. This inning. And I was hoping Posada could give that hit to me. And as you can see, we were barely under that. Like, I don't understand why it says good timing chase. I don't see, that's another problem. It says good timing chased a lot when the pitch is in the strike zone, which absolutely makes no sense. Yet I've seen pitches where they're 6 inches outside the strike zone and people have hit home runs off them. They stepped out of the box and did a one-handed swing, kind of olayed it, and it just goes out. It curves back in and goes out. I'm sure you guys have seen that by now. Anyways, I decided to leave Herrera in because our bullpen was getting thin, and we jam him there. He gets it pretty decent to right field. Holiday just came in the game. Thankfully, holds on to the ball for us, and then Matt Carpenter comes up, and I thought he hit that out. I really did, but it's gonna stay in the park. Is it? Yeah, it is. So that's gonna stay in the park. I really thought he hit that out. That ball just carried. And he had a green swing on it, so he was probably frustrated there too. Like, he probably was right on that, and it's hit 93 miles an hour. He probably deserved a home run there. We get a 3-1 count on Victor Martinez, and we're right there again, but it's a ball. So, in my opinion, what do you guys think of the strike zone too? I feel like that's something that else needs to be addressed. Like, I understand variable strike zone as Holiday makes a nice play, but like, come on, like, if the ball is touching the strike zone, that shit's a strike. You watch a baseball game, most times they're going to call that a strike. As we line out again on a pitch middle in that we're right on. You guys can see there, good line drive. We line out again. And then here I'm just frustrated swinging at garbage. But yeah, tell me what you guys think of the strike zone. Like, just take it off. Nobody likes variable strike zone. Even in Major League Baseball, they want to get rid of that shit. Like, and there's no adjusting to it. And we're at the bottom of the ninth, and Kutch hits one deep. Is that going to walk us off? No, of course not. Like, why would that walk us off? And I think that was another green swing. I don't know if I centered it because it didn't show us the feedback. That feedback's off, keep in mind, but that does show us it was a green swing. And then another pitch up and in, we don't get our call. And then another 50-50 call that we don't get. But thankfully, he hits into a nice, or a double play here, a nice double play turn by our middle infielders. And they're just so, like, watching this game just frustrates the shit out of me. Like, this game was so good in 15. Like, the gameplay was so good in 15, and it was pretty good in 16. I just hope there's some way to get back to that gameplay where, turning on pitches and green swings were rewarded. And look, there's another green swing, middle in with Dawson. And what do you know, another lineout. I don't even know what his stats were, but I felt like every time he comes up, he does that. Look at that. How is that shit not a home run? 99 Dawson, the best card in the game. My ass. Like, how is that not a home run? And then right here, I was like, okay, I didn't hit that well. He kind of fooled me there. That was Matt Holiday coming in. But then let's look at the feedback. What? Okay, I know I'm not centered on that, but I guarantee my opponent hasn't been centered on, some of his hits. But how is, like, that's in Matt Holiday's wheelhouse, and that's not a hit? I mean, that's okay. That just makes no sense to me. Like, okay, I don't expect to hit every time on that, but you got to give me something, game. And David Wright slaps one opposite field. He's really the only guy getting hits for me, I think, late in the innings. And we were right on that one, too. We did chase that one. I did chase that. It was outside the strike zone. I had green timing on it. It was a good hit. And look at that. Like, can you... Oh, this frustrates just watching me. How inconsistent these strike zones are. And it almost feels like if you check swing or if you take it, I feel like they give you the call more often than not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, it's random, and it feels like it screws you at the worst times. Anyways, we still have Herrera pitching. You know, that call could have been called strike. I've seen that called a strike before, but it wasn't a great pitch. And then we go back, we finally get a call. And I'm just challenging this guy. Like, literally the last 6-7 innings, I'm throwing him middle in fastballs 90% of the time. And he didn't really turn on any. I don't think he turned on one fastball. At least not yet. And he fights that off, gets another just late 106-mile-an-hour ground ball hit. Please explain to me how, like, I just don't, like, again, I'm not, nothing against my opponent. He was a really good player, but I'm more or less bashing the game in this video. Like, explain to me how that's a hit 106 miles an hour. And then another one, right on the black, called a ball. And it's not like I've been missing my call, you know, been missing my spots. And then at this point, I didn't have any other options. Perkins came in, and he brought in a righty, and there's not much I could do. He finally turned on one. The first one he pretty much turned on, and it was a guaranteed just home run just like that. And then another missed call right there. So, I honestly, I don't know how I could have pitched any better. Like, I exploited his weakness, which is the inside fastball. But they just weren't called strikes, or he would fight it off for a just late hit. So, I don't know. I don't feel like that's baseball. You watch a baseball game, you don't see, you know, 90% of the hits being just late hits. You know, they're turning on them, you know. So, I don't know. Like, if the devs are watching this, again, I would rather see the timing more opened up to where people could pull pitches and where it's actually realistic rather than just reward them for bad, just late swings, late swings. Even late jam swings I'm seeing hit hard. And we're down 3 at this point. We have no pitchers left. So we go ahead and pinch hit Miggy down to our last strike. Or no, we got one out actually. He does get a base hit there. And honestly, I felt like I hit really well this game. Like, I don't know how many like center greens I had middle in where they just, I don't think I've got one hit off a center green middle in. I feel like they were all just line outs or weak flyouts. So Kinsler comes up, run out of outs. We hit some garbage to first, and that's gonna end the game. We do lose this one. I do upload losses, guys. But anyways, I'm curious what do you guys think of this gameplay? I know I'm bitching a lot, but I really want this game to be better, and at the state it's in right now with the servers and how the gameplay is playing out, it's just kind of a joke. And we lose 20 points there against a World Series player somehow. But anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the video. This is Carl Number 5, signing out. Peace.